Imagine for a moment that the world around you isn't quite what it seems. What you see, what you feel, this entire reality that seems to be happening outside your head. Is it really out there? Or could the world you think you know be something you've created, not just through your actions or conscious thoughts, but through something much deeper, an expression of your core beliefs? Today we'll explore how the deepest truths within you are the real forces shaping the reality you experience. From the time we're born, we're taught to see the world as solid, fixed, and separate from us. But what if that sense of separation is an illusion? What if what you call reality is simply a mirror, a reflection of what lives inside you? What if reality isn't fixed at all, but something fluid, malleable, shaped by your thoughts, your expectations, and most of all, your beliefs? Even science, our most trusted lens on the world, has started to challenge the idea of a fixed reality. Quantum physics, this fascinating edge of scientific discovery, has revealed something profound. The observer affects what's being observed, and nothing shows this more clearly than the famous double-slit experiment. It began simply. Scientists fired electrons through two narrow slits and watched what pattern appeared on the other side. When no one was observing, the electrons behaved like waves, creating interference patterns as if they passed through both slits at once. But when an observer was watching, the electrons acted like particles, choosing one slit over the other as if they knew they were being observed. Just the act of observation changed the outcome. That's incredible. Reality didn't exist in a fixed form until it was seen. Conscious observation made the potential become something concrete. But how is that even possible? And what does that mean for how we understand the universe? It means this: reality as we experience it is created by consciousness. The world around you doesn't exist independently of you. It depends on your perception, your focus, your awareness. And in the same way, your inner beliefs shape every part of your life. They're like invisible filters, bending and shaping how you see, how you feel, and how you choose. What you believe about the world, about others, and about yourself literally creates your reality. You're not just watching life from the sidelines. You're helping create it. Reality isn't something outside of you. It's a dance between what lives inside you and what shows up around you. You are the creator, whether you know it or not. Just like in that quantum experiment, you are the observer, collapsing limitless possibilities into a single real experience. So ask yourself, what are your beliefs? What do you believe inside, truly? What is God to you? A distant being sitting high above on some throne, untouchable. What's your relationship with money? Do you believe you have to work yourself to exhaustion just to survive? Or do you believe that money can come to you naturally without struggle? Do you believe it's hard to make friends? That people won't like you for no reason? Or do you believe that opportunities, people, and experiences come to you freely and easily? Whatever you believe, that's exactly the life you're living right now. Because just like the observer changes the outcome in the double-slit experiment, you are shaping your own experience. What you believe always becomes your truth. The universe responds to your consciousness. Physics proves it. Ancient wisdom understood it. The observer creates what is observed. So now ask yourself, what am I creating in this very moment? Our beliefs are shaped by countless influences: family, society, all the experiences we collect throughout our lives. Even the collective unconscious leaves its mark. From childhood, we begin to absorb ideas. Ideas about what's possible and what's not, about who we are, and what the world expects from us. And these ideas don't just disappear, they settle quietly in the background, often buried deep in our minds, silently guiding the choices we make and the actions we take. Beliefs aren't just passing thoughts, they're filters. They color everything you see. They shape your entire view of the world. They form the very core of who you believe yourself to be and what you think is possible for your life. If you believe it's impossible for one person to heal another through their hands or their energy, then that possibility won't exist for you. If you believe most people are unkind and out to hurt you, then life will show you exactly that. Just like the observer in the double slit experiment collapses quantum potential into solid reality, your beliefs collapse the field of infinite possibilities into the specific outcomes you live through. What you believe is what you experience. What you hold as truth is what you manifest. Albert Ellis, the founder of rational emotive therapy, once said, "It's not the events that disturb us, but rather our view of them." In other words, what happens in your life doesn't affect you as much as how you interpret it. Your perspective makes all the difference. If you believe the world is dangerous and unkind, then you'll see obstacles and threats everywhere you look. But if you believe the universe is generous and supportive, you'll start noticing opportunities where you used to see limitations. As Henry Ford famously said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." When we talk about beliefs, we usually think of personal or cultural ideas, subjective thoughts shaped by our life experiences. But what does science say about all of this? Is there any scientific explanation for how beliefs might shape reality? The answer is yes. Psychology, neuroscience, and even quantum physics have all explored how beliefs affect more than just our emotions and behaviors. They influence the very reality we perceive. And what the research shows is both fascinating and, for many, surprising, especially if you're new to these ideas. Though ancient traditions have known this for thousands of years, modern science is now catching up. Neuroscience tells us that beliefs are deeply wired into the structure of our brain. When we believe something, we create patterns of neural activity. Every thought we have fires synaptic connections, and with repetition, those connections grow stronger. In other words, our beliefs actually shape the architecture of our brain. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg, in his book How God Changes Your Brain, explains that beliefs, especially spiritual or religious ones, have measurable effects on how the brain functions. By nurturing positive beliefs, we can not only shift our emotional states, but even improve our physical health. Belief alters brain chemistry. It influences the release of key neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which are directly linked to feelings of well-being. One powerful example is the placebo effect. People often get better after taking what they believe is medicine, even if it's just a sugar pill. This shows that the mind can create real physical changes based purely on belief. Practices like mindfulness and meditation are perfect tools for reprogramming belief. Studies show they can physically reshape the brain, increasing gray matter density in regions related to self-control, empathy, and emotional awareness. Science is now confirming what mystics and sages have always taught. By changing our consciousness, we change our brain. And that changes our reality. Theoretical physicist David Bohm once proposed that reality is one vast, interconnected whole, and that the idea of separation between the observer and the observed is an illusion. So what does that mean for us? It means our beliefs aren't just personal. They carry universal weight. They don't just shape our individual experience. They also influence the world around us. This sense of interconnectedness leads us to a powerful realization. When we shift our beliefs, we're also helping to shape collective reality. As complex systems theory suggests, small shifts within interconnected systems can lead to major transformations. Science now shows that our beliefs are never isolated. They impact us, the people around us, and even society as a whole. Philosopher and physicist Fritjof Capra, in his book The Web of Life, argues that reality is a vast network of interwoven relationships, and that our beliefs and actions influence that entire system. So if beliefs really hold this much power, the big question becomes, how do we use this science to transform our lives? The first step is self-awareness. When we become conscious of our limiting beliefs, we can begin to question them and eventually reprogram them. As neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza put it, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always have what you've always had. Dear seeker, look around you and notice the walls you've built within yourself. These walls, made from your limiting beliefs, are illusions. They keep you trapped in a version of reality that doesn't serve you. They whisper to you, you're not capable, you're not worthy. It's better not to try, but I'm here to tell you, these aren't truths. They're echoes of ancient fears. They're old voices that were never really yours to begin with. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains. They hold you back. They block your movement. They keep your potential locked away. Every time you repeat these negative stories to yourself, you strengthen the chains. They turn into habits, and soon you're a prisoner of your own mind. Take, for example, the belief that money is dirty, or that wealthy people must have done something wrong to get where they are. That belief alone keeps many people from ever living in financial abundance. It's like a dam holding back a river. But remember, nature itself is abundant, and you are part of nature. The only thing standing between you and everything you dream of is what you believe inside. Because even God respects your free will. If you believe you're undeserving, then that will be your truth. On the other hand, there are empowering beliefs. They're like sunlight pouring through the windows of your soul. Each positive thought, each uplifting affirmation builds a bridge to freedom. Empowering beliefs are who you really are. They come from recognizing your worth, your strength, and your ability to create. When you affirm that you are worthy, when you know you have the power to shape your life, you begin to break down the walls that once confined you. You open up. You invite in new possibilities. You allow yourself to dream. And more importantly, to act. Because at your core, your true nature is expansion, and empowering beliefs are the wings that let you fly. But how do you tell the difference between beliefs that limit you and those that lift you up? Start by looking at your beliefs with curiosity, just like a child discovering the world for the first time. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Does it serve me? Am I ready to let it go? When you dare to question your beliefs, you start to see through the illusions. Remember the words of the wise Rumi: your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Each one of those barriers is a limiting belief, and when you remove them, you make room for love, for courage, for fulfillment. These moments of greatness, they don't come out of nowhere. They grow from one unshakable truth, the belief that we are capable of more. Empowering beliefs aren't just feel-good thoughts. They're the root of action. When you believe in your potential, life becomes a dance, and you become the dancer. When you change your beliefs, you not only transform your own world, you inspire others to do the same. You become a light in the dark, a beacon. Your empowering beliefs light the way for those who walk beside you. So, dear seeker, choose your beliefs with care. Let the light of empowering belief shine through your life and into the lives of those you love. You are a creator, an artist of your own existence. Life isn't meant to be a burden. It's meant to be a celebration. And when you finally embrace your highest beliefs, you'll discover something amazing. The universe is already in perfect alignment with your desire to be truly free. Changing your beliefs is a deeply personal journey. It's not just about shifting a few thoughts. It's a transformative process, one that can rewrite the story of your entire life. So how do you begin that transformation? It starts with self-awareness. Look inward. Take time to observe your own beliefs. Ask yourself, what do I believe? Do these beliefs actually serve me? Do they reflect who I really am? This practice is like holding up a mirror. It reveals what's been hidden. It helps you recognize limitations that no longer belong to you. Writing is a powerful part of this process. When you put your beliefs on paper, you give form to what was once vague or confusing. You create clarity. You begin to separate what's true from what's just illusion. In doing so, you begin crafting a new story, a new possibility. The poet Khalil Gibran reminds us that true appreciation begins by recognizing the walls we've built within ourselves. Next comes intention. Consciously decide what you want to believe. Choose beliefs that reflect who you want to become. Create affirmations that align with your highest truth. Say to yourself, I am worthy of love. I am capable of shaping my own reality. I am open to the opportunities life brings me. These words have power. They're seeds planted in the soil of your soul. ready to bloom. But affirming your truth isn't enough. You must live it. Real transformation happens when your actions align with your new beliefs. Take small steps that reflect your new narrative. Let your daily life become an expression of your empowering truth. Life is a dance, and every move you make should reflect what you now believe. Of course, change isn't always easy. Old beliefs may rise back up, trying to pull you into the comfort of the familiar. Be aware of them. They are like shadows, trying to dim your light. But you have the power to shine through them with awareness. Meditation is a powerful tool on this journey. By sitting in stillness, you calm the mind, and the limiting voices fade into silence. As I often say, meditation is the first step toward transformation. It's a sacred space where you connect with your true essence, the wisdom that goes beyond all belief. And don't walk this path alone. Find a community that supports your growth. Surround yourself with others who are vibrating at the same frequency. The energy of a like-minded community is contagious. Together, you reinforce your empowering beliefs and become part of something greater, a current of transformation that moves beyond the individual. As writer and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." The keys to transformation are already within you. You can change your life by changing the way you see yourself and the world around you. Remember, practicing self-awareness and meditation is essential to this process. When you quiet the noise of the outside world and look within, you tap into your deepest essence, where all wisdom lives, far beyond any limitation. It's in that sacred inner space that you can begin to reprogram your beliefs and shape the reality you truly desire. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." And by awakening to what's truly within, you gain the power to paint your future with the colors of your own imagination. Dear seeker, changing your beliefs is not just a task. It's a journey of self-discovery, of love, and of freedom. You have the power to shape your reality. May your empowering beliefs be the light that guides your path, and may every step you take toward your truth be celebrated as a triumph of your soul. Thank you for watching.